Fireworks have been a part of celebrations for thousands of years, but in the age of climate change, they're posing a significant threat, especially in states and cities in the American West where persistent drought has turned lands into tinder. The alternative to fireworks, in some places, drones. Increasingly, drones are lighting up the sky with mesmerizing displays. From the Olympics to the coronation of King Charles III, flocks of flying robots have created magical illusions. In fact, the global drone light show market, which barely existed a decade ago, was valued at about $1 billion in 2021, according to Allied Market Research. Drone shows are, in many ways, the newer, hipper brand of fireworks. They offer a quieter, safer, and more environmentally friendly alternative. To understand why this is so important, let's dive deeper into the dangers of fireworks. What are fireworks? To understand the dangers of fireworks, we need to know what they're made of. The most basic component in all fireworks is black powder, also known as gunpowder. It's made from a mixture of potassium nitrate, charcoal, and sulfur. When ignited, black powder undergoes a loud, gaseous, and hot chemical reaction, essentially causing an explosion. But exploding black powder alone doesn't create the vibrant and colorful displays we associate with fireworks. Mineral elements are mixed with black powder to produce different colors. For example, strontium produces red, sodium produces yellow, and barium produces green. Additional chemicals like carbon, sulfur, aluminum, and manganese are added to stabilize, oxidize, and add extra colors to the fireworks. When fireworks explode, all these chemicals are released into the air, and what goes up must come down. This leads to several environmental impacts. Air pollution. Firework celebrations, like the world-famous Diwali festival in India, release an enormous amount of toxic haze into the air. During the 5-day celebration, approximately 50,000 tons or 100 million pounds of fireworks explode, causing cities to be covered in a toxic haze. Similar situations have been observed in other parts of the world. In central London, studies have shown increased concentrations of particle pollutants during nights with fireworks, thanks to the toxic elements and metals emitted during firework combustion. Firework activity also increases harmful gaseous concentrations. Carbon monoxide, which is toxic by hindering a living organism's ability to transport oxygen throughout its body, and nitric oxide, which is toxic by inhalation and skin absorption, are both released during firework displays. Researchers found that during fireworks in downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota, the atmospheric concentrations of carbon monoxide increased by 32%, carbon dioxide grew by 17%, and nitric oxide doubled overnight. All these atmospheric pollutants end up affecting the planet, resulting in changes in air temperature, humidity, air visibility, and other factors. The chemicals can also combine with wind, oxygen, water, and other compounds to create acid rain. Wildlife. The dangers of fireworks extend beyond the environment. Animals are also greatly affected. As any pet owner can attest, fireworks can be terrifying for animals, but the effect on wildlife is even worse. A study conducted in 3 European countries showed the impact of fireworks on Arctic migratory geese during New Year's Eve celebrations. The research revealed that the geese flew away from their sleeping sites in response to the fireworks and never returned. In an extreme case, hundreds of birds, primarily starlings, were found dead on the streets of Rome after a New Year's Eve firework event. The International Organization for the Protection of Animals believes the loud display of firecrackers and fireworks was the cause of these deaths. Additionally, the aftermath of firework displays leaves debris, such as shells and heavy metals, littered across the ground. This provides opportunities for animals to accidentally ingest these hazardous materials, leading to potential illnesses. It's not just animals that suffer. The loud explosions, sounds, smells, and shockwaves of fireworks can be triggering for combat veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD. Water contamination. Another concerning aspect of fireworks is water contamination. Perchlorate, a chemical compound often added to fireworks to facilitate their propulsion, can affect the function of the thyroid gland in large amounts. When fireworks burst into colorful lights, chemical debris, including perchlorate, is left scattered across the ground. This chemical can contaminate soil and water, easily being absorbed by neighboring flora. When it ends up in water bodies, it can also affect fish development. A study conducted by the United States Geological Survey and the National Park Service found perchlorate levels associated with fireworks in soil, surface water, and groundwater at Mount Rushmore National Memorial. They discovered increased levels of perchlorate in areas where fireworks occurred and where debris settled, as well as in surface water and groundwater. Wildfires. Perhaps the most alarming danger associated with fireworks is the risk of wildfires. In fire-prone areas, fireworks can easily ignite and cause devastating fires. In 2021, a wildfire broke out in Utah following a fireworks show in the city of Centerville, leading to the evacuation of almost 100 households. This has led to discussions about whether it's time for an outright ban on fireworks in fire-prone areas like California. Places such as Salt Lake City and Boulder have opted to use drones instead of fireworks for Independence Day celebrations, citing the reduced risk of forest fires and pollution. However, not everyone is convinced that drone shows are a sufficient replacement. Some argue that drones lack the booming sounds that fireworks provide. Additionally, switching to drones is an expensive venture. Drones cost more than $1,500 each, and a good show requires at least $75. Then there's the hassle of filling out a nearly 200-page application to the Federal Aviation Administration for regulatory clearance and finding people skilled at flying the devices. So, what do you think? Should drones replace fireworks for good? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.